We're doing a lot of topics on weight today. This seems to be a bit of a chunky day. But hey, listen, I am a topic on weight, am I right? So why not? This is from someone named Kiana Dokeri. I don't know. I don't take my word for it. It's from this person here. And it's called Fast Food Babies Must Be Stopped. I agree, man. I agree. They're eating too much of it. I want it, you know? Let's see what we got here.
19-year-old Taylor's diet is so awful that last year she suffered a heart attack at just 18 years old.
18? Jesus.
It was the worst 4 days of my life.
And with his information, has Taylor changed? No, she hasn't.
Oh
She actually now
God.
feeds that same diet to her 3-year-old son, Harley.
Damn.
He's reached the grand old age of 3 without his mum ever having cooked him a healthy meal.
Bro, that's insane. Listen, I understand like convenience of fast food, right? My mom would get it every once in a while because she worked 60 hours a week and she was like a single mom. But I actually got fat off of like not really unhealthy foods. I got fat off of just a lot of like healthier foods, like home cooked meals. That's why I haven't had a heart attack yet. You know, I've had health problems though. I've had health scares, but so I mean, the shitty food I was eating when I was growing up was a little bit better, you know. And that's one of the things I say too. Whoa, that's not cool. That's one of the things I say too. Is I think it's a good idea to like focus on better choices instead of perfect choices. You know, a lot of times people will go from eating really like they'll try to go from eating like really shitty fast food every night to like, oh, let me do home cooked like chicken and broccoli. It's not gonna work. Your taste buds are just completely fucked at this point. You need to recondition yourself. So instead of going out and eating a pizza from Domino's, go get like a Newman's Own pizza or something. I like Newman's Own pizza, that's why I brought it up. You know, is it healthy? No. Is it perfect? No. Maybe even make your own pizza, but it's like a better choice. That's kind of like a big goal. I think is really that was cool as fuck. What the hell? Turn it off. That was crazy. I think that's something people should teach as well. Try to make better choices. You know, maybe have some broccoli before you eat it to fill you up, a little more fiber in your belly, more nutrients and stuff. Take that multivitamin every day. It's a good idea as well. You know, things like that will help you get your shit together.
Today we are once again discussing the terrifying concept of
What is
fast
this?
food babies from another one of those British health documentaries, Raising Kids on Junk Food. Fast food babies are unfortunately exactly as they sound, babies who only eat fast food.
Damn.
And in the case of little Harley here, has never once eaten a healthy dinner.
That's
Hopefully
crazy.
that's an
What
exaggeration
about
to make
lunch?
it feel more dramatic, but yeah, that's where we're at.
That's
After
fucking
watching
nuts.
this, you may want to throw your phone across the room, but before you do, make sure you visit today's sponsor, Casetify. I really love the phone cases from
I
Casetify.
just
They're
walked into
slim
that.
but super strong. And for the first time ever, I can finally say I have a go-to phone case. Casetify is the world's most popular tech accessory brand, and for good reason. First, they take phone protection very seriously. Depending on your lifestyle, there are different options. Casetify bounce cases are perfect for you if you want extreme protection. Powered by EcoShock impact absorption technology, these cases are tested at 6 times the military standard and offer 21-foot drop protection.
Wow.
If you're like me and want something more sleek,
Just in case I'm on the 3rd story of a building and I'm just like, fuck, I want to drop this so bad. That's fucking crazy. Okay, cool. This is military grade phone case.
and low profile, you don't want it to look like one of those protective cases, but you do want that protection. Casetify clear cases are amazing. They are super strong with a 6.6-foot drop protection and use UV
Bro, I'm sorry. I have to show you something in this game right now. I have this trait that says you have good taste because I'm an FMF fan, and it says you're probably Korean, and I just thought it was funny.
Defender Tech for anti-yellowing and long-lasting clarity. If you're like me and you care a little bit more about the look than the protection, Casetify has got you covered too. Casetify has over 2,000 available designs and plenty of customization options. They collaborate with tons of brands and artists. I found Ingrid Ching had collaborated with Casetify, who I already follow on Instagram and love, and you can get her art on your phone case. There are really so many choices. They have a really good feel and they've nailed every detail, from the buttons down to the protective camera ring. Upgrade your phone case today. Go to casetify.com/Kiana Doherty
What if I
today
don't
to get
want to?
15% off on your order. Thanks to
Cool.
Casetify for sponsoring today's video.
I always have fast food, it's just quicker, easier. Someone's made it for you, you don't have to stand around waiting for it to cook. I usually order kebab every night. Sometimes it's not always a kebab, it's like KFC or something else. But
I mean, this is just how these types of trends happen, right? You know, you have a mother, or her parents didn't feed her proper food, didn't teach her how to cook or clean, didn't show her the right habits, and now she's doing the same thing with her kid. This is just how it happens, you know? It's fucking unfortunate.
mainly it's carbs.
So to recap, Taylor is a 19-year-old single mother of 2. She
Damn,
doesn't know
thank
how to
you.
cook, and she basically gets all of her calories from fast food, specifically doner kebab.
The
Okay,
fuck
first
is
off, I
doner
feel like we really
kebab?
need to establish exactly what a doner kebab is. I've heard of it. I know it's this like iconic British pub food. It's the food that you get after a night out because there's a lot of kebab shops and they're all open late.
This kid's getting drunk too, dude. Oh man.
But I want to know, when a British person goes in and orders a kebab, what are they most likely getting? What is that order? It seems to be shaved meat on top of french fries with a mayo sauce. And from
What
what I
the fuck?
understand, the meat is usually lamb or beef.
Bro,
Immediately
come
it's like,
on.
okay, well, it could be worse. But after digging a bit more, I discovered it was ground meat, and many kebab shops were using a blend of extremely fatty, often low quality cuts, with next to no lean meat and very little protein. And
Wow.
thanks to this, there's a big range in what you could be getting, and some kebabs can be extremely high in calories, up to 1,000 to 2,000 per
Damn.
serving.
Jesus
Last
Christ.
time Taylor had a vegetable, it was from the kebab shop, deep fried in the form of chips with cheese on top. If she carries on the way she is, she's going to end up obese.
It's kind of your
My
fault,
question
Mom.
is, how is she not obese already?
Yeah,
Something
for
tells me
real.
Taylor is not fasting in between these 1,500 calorie meals, but she doesn't appear to be that overweight, which is maybe why she doesn't realize that it's not
Well, yeah, that makes sense. It's one of the things we don't talk about is like eating this shit is bad if you're fat or skinny, like regularly. She probably like binge eats and then doesn't eat for like the whole day. She has like that weird skinny mentality. But it's still super unhealthy. I mean, she had a fucking heart attack at 18.
okay
So.
to give this food to her son Harley.
Each
What the
week
hell?
he eats around 2 portions of doner meat, 8 pieces of fried chicken, 4 portions of chips, 2 frozen pizzas, and 20 frozen nuggets.
Damn, that's almost as bad as my Saturday.
Worst of all, he'll guzzle 24 glasses of fizzy drink.
How's it still on cooldown?
Recently, I've noticed that Harley is more hyperactive than he has been. It's probably due to the foods that he's eating.
Taylor is frazzled and Harley is becoming more of a handful every day.
There are actually quite a few studies now demonstrating a link between diet and ADHD in kids. Science doesn't know if fast or
Interesting.
ultra processed food is necessarily a cause of this, but they do know that when you take these foods away and you improve the diet, ADHD symptoms often improve.
Makes
and
sense
it's
to
probably
me.
not even just what these kids are eating, but what that fast food displaces in their diet as well, what they're
Sure.
not getting.
Should we go get some pizza? Do you want pepperoni
Yeah.
or cheese?
What he's not going to be getting is any bitches if he doesn't get his fucking diet together, bro. You know? It's fucking wild.
I got one of them pears. I like pears.
You've never tasted a pear?
Not even one pear. Give the kid a pear, man.
Veg, Taylor. What about her? I don't like veg.
Okay, cool. You don't like vegetables, but you're not the only one who's going to be eating.
Pasta? No, I don't like it. It takes ages to make. So if you're going to buy pasta, buy a pasta pot.
Pasta
come on!
takes literally 10 minutes to make. Just ask Weber Cooks, okay?
Dinner is ready for you to eat, and it only took about 14 or 15 minutes in total.
Yeah, I'd say pasta's probably not the best, necessarily best food either, but it's all it's
Zed King super chatted $5.
certainly better than fucking fast
Yeah,
food
a
every
lot
day.
of people don't factor being metabolically healthy. They just think of weight.
Yep. I feel like that's one of the biggest.
So Taylor is clearly
Sorry, I feel like that's a pretty big problem too, because we just like focus on like, oh, are you fat or not? As like, and obviously if you're overweight, you're gonna be less healthy. Like I said before, like if you eat 2,000 calories a day, you're probably healthier than someone who eats 3,000 calories a day, even if you both eat shit. Dude, what? There's no knockback effect. This is ridiculous. At the same time, it's still not like a good thing to be that heavy, you know? What? Oh my god, dude, I'm taking so many L's here. They call me Papa No L, but I'm fucking eating dick on it. Yeah.
committed to her terrible diet because she doesn't want to and doesn't know how to cook anything. When we're young, we don't really have that perspective to be like, oh yeah, I should probably stop doing that because of some abstract consequences that seem so far off in the future when you're 19. And when you're young, you may not even notice, unless you're really, really in tune with your body, the immediate negative consequences, the way fast food makes you feel in the short term. Until you eat healthy for a period of time, you don't really even know what you're missing. You don't know what your body feels like to be normal, in a normal, healthy feeling state. Okay, you don't really know what you're missing, you like the taste, you don't know how to cook, you're not super cognizant of the consequences. Except,
Sure.
oh yeah, Taylor has had a heart attack already.
Yeah.
Taylor
That's one of the things, though. I feel like you almost not hit the point of no return necessarily, but it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I had a heart attack, but like, you know, this you're just so set in your ways that it doesn't seem like a big deal, you know.
should know more than most what her diet could be doing to Harley. Last year, she suffered a heart attack.
Doctors and everyone was shocked with her age, with her being so young. You just don't expect
Isn't that the mom? It's the mom's
Taylor has
fault.
been told to change her diet to avoid any more stress to her heart.
How
get up
do they
here?
find these people for these documentaries?
I carry on eating the way I am.
Are you
I'll
fat
be
as
about
fuck?
here in 10 years' time.
How do you have a heart attack and then go ahead and feed your little baby the exact same thing that caused the problem? It's just a reminder for all of us that eating healthy is not just about your body weight. It's not just about the macros. There's some other stuff going on in there that affects your quality of life. It affects our bodies in ways we still truly do not understand. And that is particularly true for kids. So they bring in a dietitian that specializes in children to try and show Taylor why this diet is not a good idea for Harley.
These takeaways, is Harley having as well?
Everything I've got, he wants.
Okay, and if you say you can't have it?
I don't think I've ever said he can't.
Haley is most concerned about the enormous amount of sugary cola that Harley is consuming.
The pop consumption of all things just kills me. I don't see how parents don't think to consider that one as an issue. And yes, I say pop every time I say.
That's why I'm gonna hide the food I eat from my kid. Even if I'm still eating like shit, I'm just gonna eat the shitty stuff away from the kid. You know what I mean? Balls my. Okay, sorry. So hey, listen, you gotta think smart. Think smart, not hard. Am I right? Lose weight? Absolutely not. Lie to my kid saying I'm eating well? Absolutely. You know what I mean?
Pop, I get a million comments. People will be like, Pop, what the heck? I think it's a Canadian thing. I also noticed they say in the British stuff. But yeah, pop, soda, sodies, liquid sugar. What are we doing here?
150 grams there.
What are we doing here? It should be water. That's the joke.
Eat that sugar.
Harley is having almost 4 times the amount of sugar that is recommended for his age.
Somehow Taylor is consuming
Damn, they recommend
500
sugar at all?
grams of sugar per day.
That's 500 grams, Taylor.
There's no fucking way. 500 grams of sugar? Isn't an adult supposed to only have like 100 carbs a day? Maybe that's not right. That's not that. Is that right? 100 grams of carbs is only 400 calories. That's probably not right. I'm probably wrong, like 1,000% on that one. But that's still a lot. Shut up. That might be in like an adult's recommended like maximum value might be 100. How much max sugar recommended per day? Men should consume no more than 9 teaspoons, 150 calories of sugar a day. That's the recommendation. That's definitely more than 150 calories. That sounds like a lot.
Somehow Taylor is consuming 500 grams of sugar per day.
That's 500 grams, Taylor, in one day.
What am I thinking?
Taylor is having 10 times the recommended daily amount for a grown woman.
Okay, I feel like there is no way that
Jesus.
that can actually be correct. 500 grams of sugar is 1,935 calories. Unless she's Buddy the Elf, I feel like that is highly unlikely.
That's good. That's good.
There's only 35 grams of sugar in a can of soda and 47 grams of sugar in a chocolate bar. But regardless, I'm sure she's still consuming her fair share.
Why you think you eat like this?
It's probably through laziness.
If I could show you how to eat healthily and it was cheaper, would that?
Yeah, if I could save money and get more stuff for me.
Yeah.
Pfft, look at her face. The girl is not interested whatsoever. Also, I
it's
noticed
true.
here she said, save money and get more stuff for me.
Yeah, if I could save money and get more stuff for me.
Hey, whatever the motivation is to fucking stop feeding your kid poison, basically. That's what I have to say. That's what I have to say. I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess, right?
Isaiah McDonald super chatted $5. Your
Hey, what
advice
up?
has helped me convince my dad to go out more, and now he plays basketball almost every day. Type papergut.
That's cool, man. That's awesome. That's great. That's great news. Appreciate that. I appreciate you telling me that too. That's nice to have a positive impact. You know, it's cool.
With behavior change, if you go and talk to a therapist or something about trying to change a health behavior, they're trained to look for the motivational words and the values in what you say. They do that so that they know what buttons to help push to help motivate you to help you make change. But I noticed that Taylor does this a lot, where when she does ever mention her motivation for change, she mentions herself, but she's much less likely to mention her babies. And as the documentary continues,
Yeah.
Taylor...
Well, she's
really
a
could not
fucking.
give up.
I mean, not for nothing, but she's a kid with a kid. I mean, like, of course, she's gonna be like a selfish idiot. You know? Oh, well, I died. Oh, suck my balls.
She doesn't even try to make the changes recommended by the dietitian.
3 weeks into what's meant to be a new routine,
What the hell is that? Is that a refrigerator for her kid? Or do they just have small refrigerators in England? Because that thing looks like a fucking refrigerator for a kid. What the hell?
3-year-old Harley is still on his fast food diet. The less time 19-year-old Taylor spends cooking for Harley, the more time she can spend being a teenager.
I haven't really been able to achieve any of the goals that Hayley set because I've had things going on in my life and my mind's been preoccupied that didn't fit in with my lifestyle, didn't fit in with my lifestyle, didn't fit in with my lifestyle.
Okay, everyone, quick Jeopardy. Which statement is most triggering? Is it A?
That didn't fit in with my lifestyle.
Is it B?
I got no control of what he eats.
Or is it C?
Thyroid. Thyroid.
Please give your final answer in the comments below.
Thyroid.
With things not getting through to Taylor, the dietitian tries another approach, fear. She takes Taylor to the dentist to show her what this diet is doing to Harley's teeth.
Very early signs of decay developing in the teeth.
Okay, they always
Damn.
use this technique in these British TV shows. They scare
I got like a lot of sorry, I have like my tick is weird right now. Anyway, I gotta go to the dentist soon in August, I think is my appointment. It's gonna be terrible, bro. What is interesting though, I think she's gonna say this, but I'm gonna say it first because I'm fat, I guess. I don't know. But there is an interesting thing with the way that we teach children is so lazy and stupid, right? And a lot of times it centralizes around like, oh, you're gonna get punished if you do this thing, right? Which you should punish people for doing bad things, of course. I'm not saying you shouldn't. But instead of having a focus on like, hey, this is the reason why you shouldn't do this bad thing. So to be like, oh, you have early signs of tooth decay. You better not, sit down and explain to the kids like, hey, listen, like have like a real conversation with your kid without like a scare tactic. Because that's how people did like sexual health education back in the day. It was like, no, like you're not allowed to have, like, it was like, why does this exist here? It was just like, oh, if you have sex, you're going to get pregnant and you're going to die and you're going to get STD and this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, okay, that didn't work, obviously, because then people realize that doesn't happen. But you need to have like a long form, like a conversation with your kids about stuff that's much more productive as to why they should or shouldn't be engaging in certain behaviors instead of just saying like, hey, this is bad, you shouldn't do it kind of a thing.
for them to try and get a rock bottom moment, to try and sort of force an emotional shift to get them motivated. And Taylor does vow to change after seeing the decay on Harley's teeth.
I knew that it would be harming Harley's teeth, but I didn't realise how much it was affecting his
What the
teeth.
hell?
But no,
Oh, it
I
was
just couldn't
fucking...
drink 'cause I
my
was
character's
better,
vegan.
Other than water or milk. And the same for me as well.
This scare technique
Water,
works
milk.
sometimes for some people, but it's
But I can't
definitely
eat that or
not
I'm
a
gonna take damage.
behavior change science-backed tip. It's usually more of a motivational spike and crash. And given
Yep,
the fact that
true.
Taylor had never even once taken Harley to the dentist prior to this,
Has he been to the dentist before?
No, I'm scared of the dentist.
You're scared of the dentist?
Yeah, they scared me.
again, you can see her language here is a bit more self-centered. Her thoughts and her motivations are more with
Yeah,
herself
she's a
than
fucking
with her
kid,
child.
so-
If this is an accurate reflection in this documentary, I really can't see this motivational technique being very effective for very long.
She tells me that her mom and her friends and family are supporting her in this, and yet she's not fully able to do it at the moment by herself.
The problem being that at this point, she still doesn't really care that much. She ends up
Yep,
being sent to a support group
much.
for young moms where they learn to cook healthy versions of popular foods. Now, this is a
Why
great
is this
behavior
here?
change technique. As long as Taylor keeps attending these meetings and learning to cook, she's addressing her skills, her self-efficacy beliefs. The ongoing commitment acts as a reminder that she's on this path and she's working on something. She's tapping into support, and there's also the social pressure of being around people in the exact same situation as you who are succeeding and working on this, making it a very, very useful behavior change
Sure.
technique in this situation.
I didn't ever think I'd be able to do this in my life. I deserve like a certificate or something, like a medal. Oh, they're done!
I wonder if this kid's gonna like. What did she even make? Like pasta or something? Wild. Let's see what it is.
Harley, which pizza's nicer? That pizza or the
Wait, what? Oh, fuck. What does she do for a living? That's my question. Does she work or does like her mom just pay for everything? What the hell is it?
pizza that comes with the kebab?
This one.
Aw, so the documentary
Wow.
ends on this happy note with
I wonder if he actually likes that pizza more, or if that pizza is just like even worse somehow than like an actual pizza that you would that you would buy at the store. I wonder, or buy at the kebab shop. You know, I wonder which one. What the fuck? Interesting though.
Harley having his first homemade meal in 3 years, which again, we're hoping is an exaggeration. But I really, really do not get the vibe that she is going to change for very long.
I need to start eating healthy because of my heart.
Hey,
And
don't
if
be a
I
hater.
just ignore the fact of what happened and carry on eating how I did, there's more chance that it will happen again. And I don't want that for the kids.
Maybe I'm being too much of a savage again, but she just told us
can I
her
go in here?
motivation to change once again after going through this entire documentary being about her baby, and her first thought
Oh, this
was
guy.
about herself. I mean, it's possible they edited it out. Maybe she talked at length about why she wanted to change for Harley and her other little baby
Who the
there,
hell
but
is this guy?
it didn't seem to be her first instinct.
I realise now that the problem is lack of motivation and just laziness really, but I now know that I can do things. So then, now I will carry on to do them.
Taylor wasn't
Okay.
overly motivated at all by the experience. She didn't break down and cry like the other parents on this show. She didn't try at all after the first visit. There were not a lot of positive signals there that she is looking to seriously make a change. If you like this one and you haven't seen my last one in the series, definitely go check out this father, Simon.
I got no control of what he eats.
Damn.
Quite the experience. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And check out Casetify at the links below.
All right, good video. I tend to like that content creator when she talks about fat stuff. It's not usually like a fuck you to fat people. It's pretty intelligent.